The Deutsche Tourenwagen Masters is a silhouette racing car series based in Germany, but also with rounds elsewhere in Europe. From 2000 onwards, this new DTM continued the former Deutsche Tourenwagen Meisterschaft and ITC, which had been discontinued after 1996 due to high costs. History: the new DTM 2000. During the ITC era, a large proportion of the revenue generated by the championship went to the FIA, with the result that less went to the teams, who subsequently complained of little return on their increasingly large investment in the high-tech series. Since 1997, many ideas have been discussed in order to find a compromise for rules of a new DTM. Opel put the primary emphasis on cost control, Mercedes-Benz supported expensive competitiveness and development, BMW wanted an international series rather than one focused on Germany only, while Audi insisted on allowing their trademark Quattro four-wheel drive in sports car racing. The DTM returned in 2000 as Mercedes and Opel had agreed to use cars that were based on the concept car that was shown by Opel on various occasions, for example the 1999 24 Hours Nürburgring Quarter-Ring, where Opel celebrated its 100th anniversary. The series adopted the format of the 1995 championship, with most rounds held in Germany with occasional rounds throughout Europe, but having learnt the lessons of the ITC disaster, the ITA constantly strived to keep costs in the series from exploding to unreasonable levels, and to keep the championship firmly tied to its German roots. As too many races were planned outside Germany, no championship status was granted by the DMSB, and the DTM initials now stand for Deutsche Tourenwagen Masters. Alfa Romeo, who at the time were mounting successful campaigns in the European Touring Car Championship, did not return to the series. BMW was also involved in the ETCC and was not satisfied with the championship only for Germany. Audi did not enter as they insisted on using their signature Quattro 4WD. Unlike the previous incarnation, which primarily used sedan models like the Mercedes-Benz W201, the new DTM featured only two-door Cooper Copyright S. Opel used the upcoming Cooper Copyright version of the Astra as in the concept car, and Mercedes the CLK model, which already was used as a pattern for the Mercedes-Benz CLK GTR. Attempts of Zack Speed to enter with a car looking like a Volvo C70 were not approved, but the motorsport arm of the Bavarian tuning company Abt Sportsline was allowed to enter on short notice. The 1999 STW Supertouring champion Christian Abt could not defend his STW title as the series was also discontinued, with Opel moving into DTM. Abt used the Audi TT as a basis, as Audi had no suitable two-door Cooper copyright, even though the dimensions of this car did not fit into the rules. DTM 2000 Euro 2003, in May 2000, the new DTM started with the traditional Hockenheimring short-track version. Some cars still had no or few sponsorship decals. While Opel could match the speed of most Mercedes in the 2000 season, the hastily developed Abt Audis were mainly outclassed. As the TT's shape had rather poor aerodynamic properties, Abt was allowed to use a stretched form later. Further benefits like a higher rear wing helped the Abt Audi TT win the DTM championship in 2002 with Laurent Orello. Ups and downs for Opel. In 2000, Manuel Reuter came second in the championship. After that year, no Opel driver was among the top three, with few podium finishes and no victory for the disappointing Lightnings. On the other hand, it was Opel team boss Volker Strussek who brought a new highlight to the fans, by racing a modified DTM car on the traditional old version of the Nürburgring Quarter-Ring in 2002, 20 years after the top classes had moved to the modern Grand Prix track, and 10 years after the old DTM stopped racing there. The Opels did not win in most of their entries in the VLN endurance races as they were mainly testing, but the speed was impressive, and the fans loved it. They won, however, the 2003 Nürburgring Quarter-Ring 24 hours against factory efforts by Audi and BMW. Audi joins DTM in 2004, after their successes with the Audi R8 and the official support of the Abt TTRs at the Nürburgring Quarter-Ring. Audi finally joined the DTM as a factory entry in 2004. The three constructors involved decided to switch to saloon bodies. The road models used as patents since 2004 are the Audi A4, Opel Vectra GTS and the Mercedes-Benz C-Class. All dimensions, like wheelbase, are identical in order to provide equal opportunities without the actual design of the road cars having any influence. DTM in 2005 and Euro 2007, the championship suffered a setback in 2004 when longtime also-ran Opel decided to pull out of the series at the end of the 2005 season, as part of a large cost-cutting operation in General Motors' European division. Initially the gap looked set to be filled by MG Rover, however their plans to enter the series were cancelled after the company collapsed in April 2005. Audi and Mercedes fielded 10 cars each in 2006, but the important television deal with the major television station ARD required 3 marques in 2007. Rumors surfaced that Alfa Romeo would return to the DTM in 2007. These rumors were helped by Alfa Romeo sport boss Claudio Berra being seen in the Barcelona paddock. It was also thought that Alfa's possible return could be the reason why the 2007 DTM calendar started 1 month later than normal, to give Alfa Romeo extra time to make a DTM car. However, this did not happen. DTM in 2008 and Euro 2013, the DTM carried on with only 2 manufacturers. There were some rumors regarding entries by various manufacturers, but they never materialized. The years 2008 and 2009 were marked by the dominance of Audi. Timo Skedder took the Drivers' Championship in these years, giving Mercedes the runner-up position. As of 2010, Mercedes have finally bridged the gap to Audi, as Paul di Resta has won the 2010 championship driving for AMG Mercedes. In 2011 and 2012, the DTM held a Race of Champions-style exhibition event in the Munich Olympic Stadium. 2012 was the year BMW made return to their series after 20 years away, and won the drivers', teams', and manufacturers' titles in their first year after a 20-year hiatus. Audi has switched from the A4 to the A5 in 2012 and to the RS5 in 2013. International expansion, DTM A Euro Super GT unification. In March 2010, GT Association reported the ITR are starting to unite the mechanical regulation with Japan's GT 500, and NASCAR's Grand American Road Racing Association Grand Touring Division to form a new Grand Touring specification. In October 2012 a cooperation deal between DTM and Super GT was signed in Tokyo. The agreement regarding the use of the new DTM regulations by Japan Super GT begins in 2014 and runs a Euro for the time buying a Euro for 4 years. DTM is set to ditch V8 engines in favor of 2-liter turbos by 2016 at the latest, as Super GT has already planned to do so from 2014 onwards. NASCAR Holdings/United Sportscar Racing, on March 27, 2013. The ITR and NASCAR Holdings Road Racing Division, United Sportscar Racing, announced after years of planning, a North American DTM is scheduled to start between 2015 and 2016 based on the 2014 DTM regulations. Race format: when the series returned, it used a similar format to 1996, 2 races of 100 kilometers, with a short break between them. In 2001 and 2002 there was a short race of 35 kilometers as well as a long race of 100 kilometers, which included 1 pit stop and gave points for the top 10 as in earlier seasons. Since 2003 there has been only 1 race, which has a distance of about 170 kilometers, and 2 mandatory pit stops. DTM Drivers. The drivers have been a mixture of young and older drivers, including well-known former Formula One drivers David Coulthard, Ben Schneider, Alan McNish, Gene Ailsey, Heinz-Harald Frentzen, Ralf Schumacher, J.J. Leto, Pedro Lamy, Karl Wendlinger, Emmanuel Pirot, Stefano Medina and 2-time F1 world champion Mika Hakkinen Kkinen. Others, such as Laurent Augello, Tom Christensen, Dindo Capello, Frank Biela, Marco Werner, Lucas Luhr, Alexander Pra, copyright Matt, Trislav Jania, and Alain Menu have made their career racing in sports cars and touring cars. Increasingly, the DTM is being used by young guns such as Robert Wickens and Gary Paffett to jumpstart their racing career in single-seaters. Wickens was in the 2012 Mercedes Young Driver program and in his first year of DTM. This strategy appears to have worked well for Christijan Albers, who built a reputation by finishing second and third in the 2003 and 2004 championships with Mercedes-Benz and then graduated to Formula One in 2005. He came back in 2008, but this time driving for Audi. After winning the championship in 2010, Paul di Resta raced in 2013 for Mercedes-engined Formula One team Force India. He has now returned to the Mercedes DTM team. Gary Paffett has also used his championship win to gain a test with McLaren, and they signed him as permanent test driver for 2006. This prevented Paffett from defending his title in 2006, however he thought that it will be a springboard for a race seat during the 2007 Formula One season. The plan failed however, and Paffett returned to DTM in 2007, but in a 2006 specification car. 4 female drivers have taken part in the championship. In 2006 Vanina ICKX started racing for Audi and Susie Wolff for Mercedes. In 2008 ICKX was replaced by Catherine Legg, who was subsequently replaced for the 2011 season by Rahel Frey. In 2014 there are no female drivers in DTM. Cars and specifications. The cars are supposed to be fast and spectacular, while still rather cheap to build and run. All DTM race cars have RWD and 4.0 LV8 engines which are air-restricted to 470 HP, no matter if similar layouts or engines are available in the road cars. Instead of the road car bodies, unrelated purpose-built chassis are used, which are closer to prototype racing. Many drivers have in fact described the handling of the cars as closer to single-seater racing cars than road cars. Only the roof sections of the road cars are put on top of the roll cages, and lights and other distinctive design features are used in order to provide a resemblance to the road cars. Also, in order to save money and provide close racing, many common parts from third-party specialists are used, like transmission, brakes, and Dunlop tires, although since 2011, Hankook tires. The all-important aerodynamic configurations are tested in wind tunnels before the season, brought to an equal level, and kept that way throughout the season. DTM cars adhere to a front-engine rear-wheel drive design. A roll cage serves as a space frame chassis, covered by a CFRP crash elements on the side, front and rear and covered by metallic bodywork. They have a closed cockpit, a rear wing, and an aerodynamic such as rear wing, monowing with laminated gurney. Inclination adjustable from 0 to 20 a degree. Special diffusors, front and rear. Underfloor with 30 mm high skid block. 2 permissible areas for flaps at the vehicle Euro unregistered trademark S front end. DTM cars are included drag reduction systems since 2013 season. The cars are powered by EFI V8 engines, with cast iron blocks, and a 2x DOHC valve train actuating 4 valves per cylinder, and limited to 4,000 cc displacement. DTM cars' engines are powered 500 HP. DTM engines are rev limited to 9,000 RPMs. The valve train is a dual overhead camshaft configuration with 4 valves per cylinder. The crankshaft is made of alloy steel, with 5 main bearing caps. The pistons are forged aluminum alloy, while the connecting rods are machined alloy steel. The electronic engine management system is supplied by Bosch, firing a CDI ignition system. The engine lubrication is a wet sump type, cooled by a single water pump. Technical specifications: car, chassis, directly connected to the carbon fiber monocoque is a roll cage of high-strength steel, CFRP monocoque with integrated fuel tank, CFRP crash elements on the side, front and rear, gearbox, 6-speed semi-automatic paddle shift sport gearbox, weight, 1,110 kg including driver, fuel capacity, 26.4 imperial gallons, length, 4,650 mm excluding rear wing. 5,010 mm including rear wing, width, 1,950 mm, height, 1,150 mm measured from identical reference plane, wheelbase, 2,750 mm, steering, servo-assisted rack and pinion steering, drivetrain, rear-wheel drive, aerodynamics, specification rear wing, monowing with laminated gurney. Inclination adjustable from 0 to 20 a degree. Special diffusers, front and rear. Underfloor with 30 high skid block. 2 permissible areas for flaps at the vehicle. Euro unregistered trademark S front end, brakes, AP Racing hydraulic dual circuit braking system, light alloy brake calipers, ventilated carbon fiber brake discs front and rear, brake force distribution continually variable by the driver, suspension, ABG springs, H&R springs and ZF Sachs independent suspension front and rear, double wishbone suspension, pushrod system with spring damper unit, adjustable gas pressure dampers, wheel rims, forged aluminium wheels, front wheel size, 12x 18 inches, rear wheel size, 13x 18 inches, 2 different rubber compounds, standard tires and option tires. Tires, Hankook Ventus radial slick dry and treaded rain tires, front tire, 300/680ths a Euro 18, rear tire, 320/710ths a Euro 18. Safety equipment, seatbelt 6-point seatbelt, rear view mirror, hands device, helmet, headset, race suit, NOMEX fire suit, racing gloves, racing socks, racing boots, engine, pistons, MAL, configuration, V8 engine, 90-degree cylinder angle, 32-valve, air restricted to 2x28 by regulations, displacement, 4000 cc, valve train, 2x DOHC, 4 valves per cylinder, fuel, Arrow Ultimate 102 unleaded, fuel delivery, fuel injection, aspiration, naturally aspirated, power output, 470 HP at 7500 RPMs, torque, approximately 500 Nm, lubrication, dry sump, maximum revs, 9000 RPMs, engine management, Bosch Motronic MIS 5.1, max speed, 168 mph, cooling, single water pump, ignition, CDI, scoring systems. 2000, 2001, 2002, 2003, AA Euro 2011, 2012 AA Euro, manufacturer representation, champions. See also, list of Deutsche Tourenwagen Masters records, Deutsche Tourenwagen Meisterschaft 5 8-star series, references. External links, official website of the DTM, Audi Sport, AMG Mercedes, Opel Motorsport, Touring Car Tamiza Euro DTM News.